Hello, ramaramapoopodu. Hi, hope all are in good health, feeling great, peaceful, and relaxed. Let's continue with chapter 19, part 3 Balak the Prodigal. The fast broken Ramdas immediately abandoned the cave and came down. Balak was surprised to see him. Ramji, Ramdas told him. Ram commands Ramdas to quit the hill and depart from Banda. He is off. Fine, I would also follow. My place is with you. I cannot give you up, he replied. Ramdas dissuaded him, but he was obstinate. Both descended the hill and he directed Ramdas to the house of Shet Mulchan. The Shet and his wife welcomed them with great joy. Ramdas proposed to leave Banda early next morning on foot for Jhansi. Swamiji, I shall take you to Mahoba, interposed and urged Balaram. About 3 miles from the town is a place worth visiting, full of hills and jungles. It is considered to be Tabobhumi. It is called Gohkar Parvat. I had occasion to live on the hills for some months. Now we shall proceed straight to the spot, not on foot but by railway. There was a train running to Mahoba and Ramdas suggested travel by that train. Meanwhile, a large number of people had gathered in Mulchan's house for the darshan of the sadhus. Among them was a devout sister of Mulchan. She came forward. Maharaj, she said, I have an humble appeal to you. I beg that you may postpone your journey till tomorrow night. My prayer is that you should both grace my house with your presence tomorrow for the midday meals. Ramdas accepted her invitation and Balaram followed suit. Night passed in the front yard of Mulchan's house. The following day at 11 o'clock, Mulchan's sister came to escort the sadhus to her house. She was the wife of a rich merchant. The sadhus were taken to a room on the upstairs of a big house. Seated side by side, they were served with meals. They were fed on choice dishes. The mother was all love. The meal over, she requested Ramdas to enlighten them with a discourse on bhakti. All the ladies of the household assembled in the room to hear him. Although his Hindi was poor, he would grow eloquent when he talked on religious topics. He spoke for nearly an hour. He intermingled in his discourse many Puranic episodes describing how in the life of devotees, after a keen struggle, bhakti triumphed. In short, he held out devotion to God as the one purpose of human existence. The listeners were touched by the talk and tears of pure emotion flowed down their cheeks. Now he was about to start when Balaram, beckoning him to be seated a few minutes more, said, I have also a few words to say. Then, turning his gaze at the hostess, 20 rupees down for sadhu seva, at once quick, and raising his right hand high in the air, he brought it down, striking the floor with his palm. The kind hostess and other ladies were struck dumb at this sudden demand. Mataji, said Balaram, why do you hesitate? Come along, no time to lose. 20 rupees down. The beloved mother left the room and reappearing with the money placed a pile of 20 rupees in silver in front of the sadhus. Balaram at once closed his fingers on the pile and holding the amount in his hand got up. Swamiji, let us now go, he said, turning to Ramdas. They went out and reached Mulchan's house. Balaram, now a master of wealth, set about discovering ways and means of spending it. He called a visitor to his side and said, Here are the 6 rupees. Get me from the bazaar orange-colored cloth sufficient for a gown and also a tailor. The visitor left with the money. Now, you there, he called another. Here, 2 rupees. Bring me 2 rupee worth of charas, extract of ganja. The second visitor was also sent away on his errand. In a couple of hours, he had the long, loose gown decking his body and had a few full doses of charas smoke. He had still 11 rupees left. His coins jingled in his hands, and he was laughing most benignantly. Swamiji, let us take a round in the bazaar, he suggested. A party started consisting of Balak, Ramdas, and 3 or 4 others. He strutted in the streets as if he were the monarch of all he surveyed. His outstretched arms moved to and fro, his shoulders rose and fell at every stride. His legs wide apart tramped with a measured and proud pace. His head, seemingly poised on a loose pivot, moved like a pendulum from one side to the other. His whole bearing showed that he wanted to impress upon the ignorant world that a great personage had been gracious enough to bless the streets of Banda with his holy tread. In the thickly crowded bazaar, many people made way at his approach. Many bowed and prostrated before him. "Oh Ram, what wonderful mask you put on!" Balak Ram, descrying an umbrella shop, got in and came out with a fashionable umbrella worth 3 rupees. Next, entering a shop of footwear, he purchased a pair of shining shoes and a pair of socks striped yellow and red. Now he flourished the umbrella in his right hand, and as the shoes were a size of too small for his feet, he hobbled along, adding to the majesty of his gait. Merchants in their shops, forgetting for a time to attend to their customers, gazed on Balak Ram in wonder, not unmixed with awe. At last the party arrived at the point from which they started, that is Mulchand's house. "Curses be on the bootmaker," he shouted. Sitting on a bench, he asked one of the devotees to pull out his shoes at once. One of the party removed the shoes from his feet, as also the socks. When Balak Ram raised his heels, what did he see? 2 blisters as big as marbles. "The blackguard!" he cried out in rage. "He cheated me downright. He shall not go scot-free. Come on, let us go to him. I would have a good pull at his long beard." The party started again now on an adventure. He made one of the party to carry the shoes. Giving up his lordly gait, Balak Ram was now hurrying on at a brisk pace. His hands were presumably itching to have a tug at the Muslim's beard. They came before the shop, but it was closed. In the intoxication of charas, Balak Ram did not remember the shop from which he had made the purchase. Adjoining the closed shop was another dealer in boots, and a bearded old man was seated at the counter. Balak Ram approached him and was about to give a full and free play to his well-trained tongue when Ramdas pulled him by the sleeve and warned him, "Look here, you are about to tear up the wrong man. It is from the closed shop that you bought the pair of shoes. Let us be away." The party turned back. Balak Ram was fuming like a suppressed volcano. All the way he had conjured up a charming array of choices, epithets to be shot at the shopkeeper, but all went in vain. His chagrin was great, but he made good the loss to some degree. He stood before the closed shop and delivered himself to the invective on the absent bootmaker, dragging into it also his ancestors and descendants, resolving them all finally into one lump of the most despicable piece of humanity. On their way back to Mulchand's house, in a rumbling sound like a slow thunder, he further gave vent to some newly remembered choice bits of Billingsgate. That's all, folks. Let's see in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Ramaramapoopodu.